Today we're going to talk about coloring with crayons. There are a few things you want to keep in mind. The first is that you want to use a consistent pressure when you color. The second is that you want to try and stay going in the same direction. And third, of course, is to stay in the lines. Now, I'm not going to tell you the answer, but I want you to think about the three colors that I'm coloring with. And when you're done watching this video, your teacher's going to ask you what the name of these three colors are. So I'm going to take my first color and I like to move my paper because when I color, this motion is the easiest for me. And I often see kids who try to go every odd way to get to the direction that you want. It's much easier to move the paper than to move your body. So I'm going to move my paper so that I can do my easy motion, and I just go back and forth, filling in the space and carefully taking my time around the edges. Now I want to stick with a consistent pressure so that my color looks all the same. It does not matter if you decide to press lightly or if you're pressing harder, but you want to stick with that same direction the whole time. Now when I get to this when I change the line, I changed my paper, but I'm still doing the same line with my hands, the easy motion with my wrist to fill in that space. Now, let's say I'm going to go to this other shape, and I'm going to decide to color with more pressure, which makes the color darker. When you use a darker or a harder pressure to get a darker color, you can change direction when you color a little bit easier. It doesn't affect the results. I am still very carefully going to the edges, and then when I get to the middle, I can work a little bit faster. And this last color that I'm going to use, I'm going to show you how I hope you never color. I often see what I call scribble coloring, where you start like this, and then you go in this direction, and oops, I'm getting close to the edge, so here I'm going to go over here, and then, oh, my hand's getting sore, so now I'm going lighter. And, oh, look, is that a line? I'm not looking for my lines. And I'm just rushing and trying to get finished. I would much rather you take your time, get a little less done, but make it look a lot neater.